blast. Teenage dreams and neon screens. It was all rad, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like whatever, together forever. We're never gonna sever, laughing and sharing our stories clever. We'll take you back, it's like whatever.
Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to talk about.
Well, because we're doing this early, so it's Monday, and we literally just did it the other day. So
Yeah, true.
we don't have a whole lot in between. I was just bitching because I ordered all my hair dye off of Amazon, and half of it came, and the half that I absolutely needed to do before the other half is not coming until today. Kind of my plan had been to bleach it before I came here and then have Nicole put the colors on because I want to do something fancy.
We could be 18 again.
Yeah. And ruin your bathroom instead of my mom. She'll be appreciative.
Yes.
She used to. So when we did my hair when I was younger, my mom would get so irritated because Nicole would make a giant mess of the bathroom. So then she just started taking over.
Yeah.
She was like, I'll just do it.
Plus, the one color she said you weren't allowed to have was cotton candy pink.
And we did.
And then I dyed it cotton candy pink. I think that had a lot to do with me not being allowed to touch her hair anymore, too.
Maybe. So that was irritating, and I just got the notification from Amazon that my bleach is being delivered today.
So dumb.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I can't do my hair. I can't do my hair.
Today is Memorial Day.
It is.
Thank
you for your service.
Yes, to everyone who lost their life. Thank you to their families. Yeah, so Memorial Day around here, especially where you are,
It's the unofficial
chaos
start of summer.
AKA chaos.
It's the problem is even though it happens every year, the same time every year, nobody is really prepared for it. Because they don't have their summer help yet, or they just got their summer help and everybody is being trained. And it just is chaos. And yeah. So it's been fun down there and the traffic. And I said, because we both have off, obviously, for the holiday, I was like, well, we'll do it on Monday, and I'll get up early. Well, I'll get up when I get up, and then I'll drive up because she's beach traffic heads this way. So I was like, well, I'll just do it in the morning. And then I didn't get up till later than I wanted to. And it's cloudy and cold, and so everybody is actually leaving early. So my plans were just all around foiled.
It didn't seem like it took you too long to get up here, though.
I actually listened to the entirety of Dragon's Dream, my favorite episode of ours. So you should go back and listen to that if you haven't already, because it is highly entertaining. And I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. So I was listening to Quality Control. Because I never listened to these after I didn't.
Yeah, I had to drive a long distance the week before last, so I listened to maybe the Vietnam one. Yeah. It is really good. I mean, I do laugh out loud.
I do too.
And I was there.
I know.
But it's still funny.
I know. I was laughing on the way up here. And I was like, is that weird that we just laugh at it? I mean, I guess. I don't know.
No.
We're hilarious. So.
Exactly. That's not our fault.
No. And obviously, some of you listen every week, so you must find us hilarious, too.
Yeah, speaking of which, shout out to, Recton, Washington?
Yes.
Is it Saco, Maine?
Yes. Had one from the Netherlands this week.
We did. And we had, Germany?
Germany. I don't know what happened to our Australian friends, but...
I know.
Come back. It is neat the way it gives you like a breakdown. Although it is weird because mine doesn't pop up anywhere near where I actually am. So who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, mine comes up as Dover.
But everybody at work either comes up as Millsboro or somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know if it's the tower there. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of Dover, that just reminded me something cool. Yesterday, I was watching my ID channel murder shows, and it took place in 2003, and a body was found in Cape May, and the girl was from Dover.
Really?
Yep. They were at Dover High School, and it's the new Dover High School, so I know it was filmed more recently. So they showed the front of it. They showed inside. Like, that's definitely the hallways. I'm in there once a week. Like, I know what it looks like. So this girl was 16 in foster care, lots of sexual abuse. And she ended up, long story short, the kid went to DSU. He was an aviation mechanic major.
I know this one.
Yep. I don't know, met at a party or something. So he and this other guy took the 16-year-old to a hotel, and they both had sex with her there. And then she went to take a shower, and the DSU dude was like to his friend, "I need your help. I want to kill her." And his friend was like, "What?" That's not what I came here for.
It's not part of the plan.
Yeah, so she comes out. He starts strangling her. I don't know. A friend tries to stop him, so he says. So he strangles
It
her.
takes a really long time to strangle somebody.
Yes, and she was fighting.
Yeah.
Fighting.
It's 3 minutes without a fight.
Yeah.
Not that I know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that it has been told to me that it is 3 minutes without a
Especially with your bare hands. Like, if you're going to do it, get behind somebody.
fight. With a garrote, yes.
Yes, exactly. So, anyway.
Probably not be telling people how we're planning to murder.
So, anyway, the kid has his pilot's license, and he has access to Dover Air Force Base. So, he kills her. He wraps her in chains. He gets permission to fly out of Dover Air Force Base. He flies over Cape May and throws her out of the plane. And he didn't put enough chains on her to balance out the buoyancy of a dead body.
That's another problem people don't anticipate. Okay, it's very sad for this girl. But watch a lot of these. You got to drill holes. People, you got to get into the stomach. You got to get into the bowels.
Where it's going to bloat.
Yes, you got to let that air out somehow. So you have to make sure that there's holes.
And there's a reason the mafia use cinder blocks. Extra weight.
Yes.
Because those people are chained too.
Yes.
But you got to make sure you get that extra weight on.
I mean, the mafia knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Until, they start, like, mead starts drying up, and then their secrets are all coming out. So, out in the desert.
Yeah, so they caught the guy, but it was nuts. Like, right here in my town, the schools I go to DSU campus because they have a high school there, early college high school. And I also work for that school. So, yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think I just heard about that one on one of my murder. Dateline, maybe. Might have been a Dateline. I recently discovered Dateline podcast, and it's just the show.
You and my nephew are too much alike. He's sad because I think he's gone through all the Datelines.
Oh.
Like, that's what he was listening to all day.
Yeah.
You two are crazy.
One of my friends has told me about a podcast called The Rest is History, and it's two British guys, and they do a lovely job of history. He told me about it because they had a 5-part, I think it was 5-part Titanic. Of course, I had to listen to that. And then, so I'm listening to that because during COVID, they did like 3 a week or something.
All right. So I really need to remember when we're done here for us to tell Jay that, because my husband has been looking for a podcast, and he did Joe Rogan for a bit. I think he's done with that. And then he's been trying to find other things. He's a person who likes to try both sides of the story.
Right.
So some of the stuff he's listening to is not stuff I want to hear anything about.
Yeah.
So I end up like ignoring him while he's trying to talk about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, He really is sincerely trying to look for something good. And I suggested to him, I was like, what about some sort of like deep dive into history? Because he's very interested in all sorts of historical things. We watch a lot of documentaries on stuff like that. So hopefully between the two of us, we'll remember for me.
It's good. The one I just recently listened to was about the Americanization of the world.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, he would love that.
I love a British accent.
Yes.
I fucking love a British accent. They're so much smarter than us.
They are.
They sound so much better.
They sound so much
it's
smarter.
amazing.
And as I've aged, I can tell the difference between inflections
Yes.
and accents in that country. Probably has a lot to do with more accurate TV shows and movies now. But
what's funny, because one of them does an American accent for a minute, and he does the "Hey, you guys," and it's hilarious. I was rolling on that one.
accents always blew my mind.
Yeah,
It's weird to me that I sound normal.
Here's my thing about I like accents. I need to find, and maybe I should look that up. I don't know, what is it, like the etymology of accents or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it's insane that there's the Boston accent, New York accent, Philadelphia accent, Baltimore accent, and Washington, D.C. accent. They're all like 45 minutes apart, but they're different, but they're not. Like, you can, if you listen to those, you can hear them slide into each other.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
And then you come here, and we're 2 hours from we're 2 hours from Baltimore, 2 hours from Washington, and 2 hours from Philadelphia.
And we don't sound anything like that. But then, and it's funny too, because my dad's from Jersey, North Jersey. He hung out in the city, New York City, when he was a kid. So, and in New York and a Jersey accent, but I don't consider my dad to have a New York or a Jersey accent. No. He just sounds
and that's
normal to me. But people will tell him, like in Florida, they can guess he's from Jersey because of his accent. And I'm like, what? Like, you don't sound like Jersey.
And then down our way, I know two people who are married. Both of them born and bred Sussex County. Like, one of them has the thickest Sussex County drawl and the other one does not. And I'm like, how does that happen? How does that work out? Like, it's just crazy to me.
It is.
I would love to learn about accents because it's, I mean, I get it that it's, well, and then there's one of the islands in the Chesapeake. I don't know which one.
Oh, yeah.
Deal Island or one of them apparently still speaks the Queen's English, like Shakespearean English.
Well, they are pretty isolated.
They
out
are
there.
very isolated. Yeah.
That would be cool, though, to go there.
I've been wanting to go down there. I think they do a Shakespeare in the Park down there, too, for that reason. I don't know.
I was going to say, reenacting is probably their gig.
Their thing. I've never been to any of the islands in the Chesapeake, so I don't know. Never been down there. Been to Crisfield.
Kent Island is one of those, right?
Yeah.
I've been to Kent Island.
Kent, Deal.
Well, you've been to Assateague. And...
That's not really one of them, though.
Oh.
That's more in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's a barrier island. Assateague and Chincoteague. I don't know that Chincoteague has a beach. I don't think it's on the ocean. I think it's Assateague. All the way down the... Anyway. Yes. I mean,
that was so fun to watch.
You can, when I'm thinking, you can literally see it. Like,
yeah, for real.
It rolls right through my face.
Yep. That is true.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
So this week, because it is the unofficial start of summer.
All right, wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit. You noticed it's the right script this time.
It is. And I'm so proud of you for that, which is why I didn't want to let it slip. I was like, let's just make sure we get this in. So find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember to like, rate, review, please. Please. We are starting to slowly build. We had kind of plateaued on a lot of things, and I feel like we're getting a little momentum. So just throw a little something out there for us. If you like us, thank you. We are on all the socials, and you can look for us on YouTube and TikTok.
Tickety talk. I haven't done anything on it. I need to get back onto that.
Yeah, and I've been kind of lacking too. But I've just been kind of testing different things to see if like things I was doing are actually working. And...
It's a weird time of year too. Like, we're getting into the summer, so we're not really sure how that's gonna pan out.
This is our first summer.
Yeah. I don't know what people do in the summer. If they listen to podcasts, if they don't, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like people listen to more music in the summer, but
No idea.
yeah.
I don't know what people do. I do the same thing all the time. So
But again, shout out to all of our regulars. We see you. We appreciate you. And anyone that we missed, we still love you. Just
So, on that note, let's fuck around and find out about summer blockbusters.
woohoo.
My references are Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
What is a blockbuster? That's what you're asking yourself right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically a very popular and financially successful feature film with wide appeal, often leading to extensive merchandising and franchising opportunities. And a summer blockbuster, as you may or may not have guessed, happens in the summer.
Wow.
It's a big budget production released in May, June, July, or August. They often feature a lot of action and special effects, are released when many people are on vacation or have more free time and are more likely to spend their money. It may seem like that they have always been here, but they have not.
Oh.
Nope. It's not a thing. It was not a thing. Major Hollywood studios used to dread summer because it was historically their least profitable season. It was a challenging period for film, which struggled to maintain a consistent cash flow and keep moviegoers in theaters. At a critical crossroads, Hollywood needed a significant shift to sustain its growth. The pivotal change came about thanks to a cool invention. In the film industry's early days, cinemas were pretty miserable, especially during the summer, and they could feel like saunas. Most people took the opportunity to travel and enjoy the great outdoors and didn't want to spend their vacations inside a hot theater. It wasn't until 1925 that the first theater installed modern air conditioning.
God bless air conditioning.
Carrier Corporation founder Willis Carrier installed a refrigerating plant in the Rivoli Theater in Times Square. The centrifugal chiller made its debut on Memorial Day despite some initial hiccups. Theatergoers were impressed by the technology, and by 1930, more than 300 theaters followed suit and advertised that their buildings were cooled by refrigeration.
Smart.
Yeah. As patrons started choosing cinemas as an entertaining way to beat the heat, the air conditioning had the dual purpose of keeping the expensive and often unstable equipment from overheating as sound, lighting, and projection technology continually improved through the 30s. The summer season was often a waste for film studios as most people wanted to travel, like the whole, we're going to go to Yosemite.
Mm-hmm.
We never did that. Did you ever?
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, we did do that.
I've never been to Yosemite.
Me either. I want to go.
I do too. Just which part? Like, it's so big.
Oh, I don't know. The
Yeah.
part with I was going to say
You wanna
Yeller,
see?
but that's not right.
Old
Faithful.
Faithful.
Old Yeller is a whole nother thing I don't want to see.
Another very sad. That's a sad thing.
It is. Might as well watch. Yeah. No. I do want to go to the redwood forest in California. Too.
Yes.
I want to see a redwood
Yes.
before I die.
Yes.
Like I wanted to touch that cactus that we almost got killed for.
Well, when we make it big and we're doing something in California,
Send us to the redwood forest. It was funny because there's a guy on TikTok, well, two guys, so they're British, and they came over here and were traveling. And they do a whole thing about how, Europeans say that Americans are not cultured because we don't travel. And they were both like, because you have no idea how big this country is. Like you can drive for 12 hours and be in the same state still, never even leave the state.
Yes.
So they were like, they do travel. They just stay in, they were like, there's everything over there. They have everything.
Everything. We do.
Yeah. They were like, they don't need to leave their own country. They have it all.
Yeah. I used to think about that because I didn't have a passport until last year, because I never needed one, and I'm not big on flying. So I was like, well, I'm good with just visiting domestically. Like we have tons of stuff here that I've seen a lot in this country, and there's
so much
100 times more that I haven't seen.
The only thing I like about Europe, is how old. Like we don't have
Old buildings,
old stuff like that here.
Are my jam.
Yeah. That.
And I like the food. Well, you wouldn't like the food.
No.
You don't like changes in
They have
food.
McDonald's
but
everywhere though.
yeah. Yeah, and just seeing how people do things differently.
Yeah.
That is.
It's just so far.
It's so far.
I know. You got to take a plane over the ocean. I don't care for that. So we should totally do a road trip. Next year, Podfest happens in January and it's in Florida. We should totally go next year. Just take a road trip.
Okay.
So plan for it now.
We'll plan for it.
Okay. We're totally going to go.
Yep.
We say that. We won't. We just go to
Well,
Florida.
we do have more time to plan for it this year than we did last year.
We were invited to go last year and we did not have it was too late.
Yeah.
So back to our blockbusters. Theaters would usually resort to reruns or what we would call today indie films in hopes of a sleeper hit. However, that would all change with the introduction of the blockbuster in the 40s. The etymology of this everyday summertime staple is actually pretty dark. During World War II, newsreels shown at the beginning of feature film would detail the war efforts, including the strategic aerial bombings throughout Europe and Asia. The bombing technique could literally bust up full residential and city blocks.
Wow. That's a fun start to date night.
However, the first time the term blockbuster was used to describe a film was Richard Wallace's 1943 war drama. Oh, it's out of order. So I'll start. However, the first time the term blockbuster was used to describe a film was Richard Wallace's 1943 war drama, Bombardier. Trade magazine Variety and Motion Picture Herald called the film, which featured the training program for the United States Army Air Force's bombardiers, the blockbuster of all action thrill service shows. Advertisements in 1944 described Louis Hayward's war documentary with the Marines at Tarawa as hitting the heart like a 2-ton blockbuster. Additionally, the term was used to describe hits like the war drama Baton in 1943, the romantic comedy No Time for Love in 1943, and the musical Brazil in 1944.
Interesting. That is pretty dark.
There are several other theories regarding the origins of the term blockbuster to describe films, but the most likely explanation is a PR strategy. Publicists and trade magazines wanted to draw on readers' familiarity with blockbuster bombs from World War II as an analogy to describe the potential huge commercial impacts these films would have on the market.
That is really cool.
While Hollywood finally had a term for films and with commercial potential with a broad audience, it still had a problem, putting butts in seats during the summer. They were still reluctant to produce and distribute big-budget films during such a financially risky season. It wasn't until Universal took a leap of faith with an up-and-coming director and his ambitious plans to adapt a Peter Benchley 1974 novel. Oh, what was the name of it? Jaws. This decision would ultimately redefine the landscape of summer cinema and solidify the concept of the blockbuster film. According to the Guinness World Record, Steven Spielberg's Jaws is considered the first true summer blockbuster. Not only did people physically queue up around the block to see the movie, but it also became the first film to earn $100 million at the box office.
Wow.
I know, in 1975.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And thanks to a widely successful marketing campaign where Universal spent unprecedented $700,000 on television advertising, moviegoers, particularly teens with an expendable income, were willing to line up to see Bruce the Shark in action 2 or 3 times throughout the summer of 1975. Jaws became a cultural phenomenon and laid the foundation of what a true summer blockbuster entails: big budget thrills with merchandising and franchising potential.
I did not know that Jaws is the first blockbuster.
Numero uno.
That's so cool.
In 1977, George Lucas tested Universal strategy with his own production. You might have heard this movie also, Star Wars.
Now, I do remember seeing this movie in the theater.
I did not. I was only 3.
I was 4, but I feel like I remember it. Maybe it was Empire Strikes Back
Look at
that I remember.
Yeah, that comes later.
Yeah, I figured it would, but right now I was thinking, no, that can't. My memory is not that good.
First movie I ever remember seeing is Muppet Movie in the theater. Yeah. I love the Muppet Movie. I love the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
So, Star Wars, the first summer blockbuster based on an original screenplay. This departure from the norm proved groundbreaking as Star Wars set box office records and enjoyed an unprecedented theatrical run that spanned over a year. Star Wars' massive success followed the trail initially blazed by Jaws, and the industry took notice of the potential for profitability in producing large-scale franchise-worthy productions. Throughout the 80s and 90s, film studios continued to release big-budget, high-production movies with widespread appeal during the summer season. This approach not only maximized box office potential, but also solidified the summer blockbuster as a staple of the movie industry. While the latter part of the 20th century focused on science fiction and comedies, with the arrival of the 21st century, there's been a significant shift towards fantasy and action genres, particularly within the superhero subgenre. This transition is a reflection of the evolving preferences of global blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do it again. This transition is a reflection of the evolving preferences of global audiences and the remarkable advancements in CGI and special effects. These technological developments have enabled filmmakers to craft visually stunning and imaginative cinematic worlds previously unimaginable in Hollywood. During the 2000s and 2010s, studios started greenlighting multi-film projects, capitalizing on the success of world building and layering storytelling techniques that have been popular in the 80s and 90s. This approach allowed filmmakers to create expansive cinematic universes with interconnected storylines and characters across multiple films, some of the most successful franchises of this period. So what I ended up doing was I just went through Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and EW.com to look up. They all had, of course, the 75 bests.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So I took them year to year. Some of them, I was like, that's terrible. So I didn't include them, but this is my edited down version. And I only went to 1999 because none of us care about 2000 and up.
Exactly.
I mean, we might, but I didn't. That seemed like a lot. Let's start with 1975, and of course, Jaws, released on June 20th. And that one is, I don't care. I love fucking Jaws. I feel like it holds up. We were talking about this before. I'm going to do Jaws. I can't decide if I want to do it in June because it's the 50th.
Okay.
Or if I want to wait till Shark Week. Because there's so much fun facts about Jaws. That's a great story, how Jaws got
Maybe
made.
you could do a two-parter. Do one part during his anniversary.
And then the other part.
During Shark Week.
Because I love Jaws.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could take up 2 episodes.
I
with
could
Jaws.
take up 4 years. I love Jaws. Although I don't like, anyway. The other ones aren't so great, but
No.
they're fine.
Yeah.
1976. June 25th was The Omen. I did not realize that was a summer blockbuster.
Me neither. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I've never seen The Omen.
Yeah.
I know it's Damien.
I bet it's pretty scary
Oh, I have no doubt.
because The Exorcist is fucking scary.
Yeah. I still find Jaws to be
Yeah.
that part where the head, that one gets me every time. And I know it's
Absolutely.
coming.
Yeah.
Again, the music, it's the anticipation.
Yes.
I'm going to stop talking about Jaws. 1977, of course, we remember from earlier, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, was released on May 25th. Yes. Which was what, yesterday?
Yeah.
Today's 26th, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not see Star Wars I should not tell you all this, but I'm going to. I am not a Star Wars fan.
Well, you're Star Trek, so.
Star Trek. I do not like. I don't. It's not. I like those 3. R3.
Yes.
I have never seen any of the other ones.
They're just your typical.
I have no interest. My
Yeah.
husband watches all of that, and I tune it right out. I don't.
I've seen some of them. I don't connect them with Star Wars. They're just
On their
something
own.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
No, but the first 3. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them all numerous times. I don't go out of my way to watch them.
Right.
I would much rather watch a Star Trek, but that's just me.
Yep.
1978. June 16th was Grease.
Now you're talking my language.
I know.
That is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yes.
I can sing every word to every song,
Yes.
and I can regurgitate most of the dialogue.
Funny enough, I don't like Grease. But, and here's my big but, I fucking love Grease too. I don't know why. I don't know what. Me and Christine used to go, and I know every word. I know every song. I love Grease too. I think because it's just so
silly.
Yeah, it's just so. To me, it's more of a cult thing, I think.
Yeah, and I think, well, besides the fact that I like musicals and corny stuff, my dad was a greaser and grew up in that time period, driving those cars. So I think I love that about it a lot. Because, of course, John Travolta is my favorite character. Yes. Sandy's all right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Little ditzy for me.
Never got it. I mean, I've seen it 100 times, but I just never.
Yeah, I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
We had this 1978 had 2 summer blockbusters.
What?
Yeah. July 28th, National Lampoon's Animal House.
Wow.
Yes.
I feel like I haven't seen that movie since an age that was not appropriate for me to watch that movie.
I haven't watched it in forever.
I don't feel like I've watched it as an adult.
No,
but...
I don't think I have either. I don't think it's I don't know. I probably should watch it, but
yeah, I mean, it was the start of a very long line of a genre of movie.
It was.
But just not my type of movie.
No, it's not my type of movie either.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to 1979.
Okay.
It also had 2 that made these lists. There was much more, but these were the ones that made the list. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely. May 25th was Alien.
Again.
Which we literally watched this movie once a month. Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did see it a million times back then. It's one of the ones we had on VHS. So
yes. I think we just watched it like 2 days ago. We went through the whole Aliens series at one point, and then we there are certain movies that I guess they're ones that I go to bed early, and he stays up all night. So he puts these movies on that he knows we both watch, and then once I go to bed, he'll watch whatever. But or he'll just go through the entire Alien franchise, and he stays up for however many of them there are, 8 hours to watch them all. That and from last week's episode, The Shining, we have that and watched that numerous.
Yeah, but Alien was ahead of its time. Like, the cinematography.
The cinematography is great. There's a great documentary on the artist that is all based on.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah. But it was scary, and that slime and his teeth, and that all looked very real.
And when it popped out.
Yes.
Yeah. Aliens, that's it. Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver is the only one that could have played that role.
Yeah. And a lot of these still hold up. And here's the thing. I don't know if it's like because like when you say, a lot of these movies held up, is it because we remember them like the feelings that we had then, and then when you watch them now, you're like, oh yeah, that totally is total. But then, like when somebody else watches them that didn't live then, is like
my children.
Yeah, that's like
Jaws. You've got to watch this.
Yeah,
like,
and when Jaws comes out, and they're like, that totally looks like a mechanical shark, and you're like, shut up, no, it doesn't.
Didn't you hear the music?
Yeah, it's totally scary. It's coming. You're like, yeah, no shit. Like that's the scary part. We're going to need a bigger boat. No. So June 15th, Rocky 2. My third favorite Rocky movie. Rocky 1 favorite. Rocky Balboa comes in second. And then Rocky 2 is my third. And then the rest of them can go fuck themselves. 1980. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, was released June 18th.
All right. So, so this would be the one I would remember because I would have been 7.
Yes.
So, yes, I do remember seeing this in the theater.
I think I saw this one in the theater, too.
I think it was at the little theater in Milford in the strip mall. There used to be a theater in there.
Maybe I did. Because I think I saw whatever the next one was. Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing, because I remember the Ewoks
Oh,
being
yeah.
in a movie theater. And that was coming up down here in the next guy. So, yeah, Empire Strikes Back, June 18th, 1980. 1981, June 12th, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
One of the top 5 all-time franchise.
Yes. I feel like when we go through these, it's very Steven Spielberg centric. Steven Spielberg really likes the blockbuster.
He does.
Yeah.
He got very rich off of them.
Many of them are his. So, June 19th was Superman 2.
I remember the first Superman. I remember watching it a lot, and it was pretty cool. I haven't seen it recently, and it's probably super cheesy looking now because I'm just picturing like the kryptonite and him flying and stuff like that. And
It's pretty bad.
yeah, but I loved that movie when I was young.
Superhero movies are not my thing, except Batman, and obviously it's because Batman is more of the darker situation. I'm not a big fan of the hero.
I'm a Captain America girl.
And there you have it. I just never could get into any of the superheroes. Just couldn't. Except Batman.
I love the Marvel ones. Those are the ones I like.
I don't think I've ever seen any of them. I don't even know who Marvel is. Was that like Poison Ivy?
Stanley. Stanley.
I know, but I don't know.
Oh, you
like,
mean
like the people?
Oh, like Iron Man.
Oh yeah, no, I've never seen it. Captain America.
Captain America.
Poison Ivy one.
Maybe. But yeah, when COVID hit and we were like a month or two in and we knew we were down for the count for a while, we binged every Marvel movie in order. And they weren't released in order, so you have to
Joe did that too.
It was really fun.
He's been working through them. After I go to bed. Again. Oh, you know what else I forgot to tell you up front?
What?
We started watching the Pee-wee. It's on Max.
Did you? It's not all out yet, right?
No, it's the first 2 episodes.
Yep, I'm waiting for it to all come out. I know. I've been seeing a lot posted on like threads about it.
Man.
Yeah. A lot of people are having very emotional responses to it.
I am emotionally upset. We got through the first one and then halfway through the second one and we had turned it off. A, because it was my bedtime. And B, I just I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, Pee-wee.
I know.
So we made it up to, we have gotten to him doing Pee-wee's Playhouse. He had just started doing the Saturday morning. There was a lot of shit I did not know about Pee-wee. He kept it. It's good.
Okay.
You can really see his conflict.
Okay.
Of being Paul Rubens.
Right.
Well, actually Paul Rubenfeld. And and Pee-wee. He spent so much time crafting that. It's just, you can really see the conflict in it. You can see he wanted to do it, but he was really conflicted in doing it. And
that is crazy to give up your whole self.
It's the stuff he did before. It's fucking amazing. And then he just went with it, and I mean, it's really good. It is really good. Rocky 2 was in 1979, not Pee-wee. 1980. Oh, we did that one. 1980 was Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Is that the one where Luke finds out that no, Darth Vader's his dad? Luke, I am your father. Is that one?
I can't remember.
I don't know either. Did we do? So yeah, I did all these. Man, I got way out of track. 1982, June 11th. Imagine this, another Steven Spielberg movie, E.T. I did see that one. I do remember that in the theater. E.T. I recently saw something on E.T. too that was like, if you go back and watch it as an adult, it's like a whole different, like don't watch it through your kid's eyes when you were a kid, but watch it now as an adult and not like pay attention more. I think I hear that it's a whole different movie.
Well, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, so.
Yeah, I forget where I saw that, was like, go back and watch E.T. and watch it like as an adult and not like leave your kid's self at home and watch it as an adult. It's a whole different movie. That was June 11th. June 25th, Blade Runner.
Wow, I saw that movie 1,000 times too. Probably shouldn't have. What year was it? 82?
82.
Yes, I was 9, 10 when it came out on VHS. And this was in the rotation. Excellent movie. I love it.
I don't think I've ever seen Blade Runner.
It's a good one.
I'm trying to think.
It's good.
Probably also not my cup of tea.
Probably not.
Not in 1982 anyway.
Maybe though. It's very like Mad Max.
Not a Mad Max fan. I know. Seems weird, but I'm not.
I like the Tina Turner Mad Maxes. I watched.
You have to love fucking Tina Turner.
Yeah. I watched the most recent one whenever it came on Netflix or whatever, and I was not impressed.
That was 2015. It was a summer blockbuster of 2015. Because when I was going through it after 2000, I was like, but they had them all on there.
Well, one just came out. It's the one with the chick from the Queen's Gambit with the big eyes.
I don't know.
It's Fortuosa. I think that was her name. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay. Moving on. Don't like it. 1983, May 25th. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Woohoo.
I do remember that because I do remember the Ewoks. Because I wanted an Ewok. I think that's probably my favorite of all of them.
Because of Ewoks.
Because of Ewoks. So 1983 was packed full of summer blockbusters. June 3rd was War Games. To play a game.
I remember that movie. I couldn't tell you a thing about it, but
Want to play a game. July 29th, National Lampoon's Vacation.
excellent.
I know.
Classic.
Not my cup of tea.
Does not hold up, but
No.
it is.
Yeah,
I love Chevy Chase.
I don't. So, August 5th, Risky Business. Yeah.
August 5th, we got stuck with Tom Cruise and he never went away.
August 5th, 1983. Never left.
I remember the day well.
It was a warm day in August 1983. 1984, May 23rd, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Excellent movie.
I mean, who does not love some Indiana Jones?
For
You
real.
have to look.
What's not to love about it?
Harrison Ford, minus Star Wars, is one of my favorite actors. And he gets better looking with age. The older he gets, the better looking he gets.
Yeah.
And again, he's a helicopter pilot in like Montana, and he rescues people. And could you fucking imagine being rescued by Indiana Jones?
We were watching some show and some kid was lost and it was there and they were like, after the commercial, you'll never believe who. And I was like, Indiana Jones. And then it came back on and it was him and Jay was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know things.
I know stuff. I know stuff about Harrison Ford. There's not a movie except the Star Wars movies that I don't care, that I don't like, that has Harrison Ford in it. He just is great.
He is an excellent actor.
Man, him and Gary Oldman in Air Force One. I know it's like kind of I think it's like a throwaway movie, but I fucking love that movie. 1984, May 20. Damn, I did that one. Moving on. June 8th, 1984. Ghostbusters.
Excellent movie. Love it. Love it. Love it.
How do you not love Ghostbusters?
Love that movie.
It's so good.
So good in so many ways.
Every way.
Yeah.
I mean, the special effects probably don't really hold up anymore, but man.
But the gatekeeper. And,
everything about it.
again, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. to stay pop. We just watched. Oh, what did we watch with Rick Moranis? We watched Spaceballs last night. I was gonna say I knew we watched Rick Moranis. That's a whole sad story about Rick Moranis too. Yeah. So after Ghostbusters, 1985, May 22nd, Rambo: First Blood, which was Rambo 2, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Very good. And that movie was famous at the time for having like the most murders or gunshots or I don't know.
Yeah.
Something gruesome.
It's hard for me because I don't want, it's Rocky. I can't.
Exactly.
I can't.
Yeah.
I get it. Sylvester Stallone, he's got those 2 big franchises and that's good for him, but he's Rocky too. I don't care what you say. Sorry, John Rambo, but you're Rocky. July 3rd of 1985, we're going to go back in time. For Back to the Future.
I did see that movie in the theater. I remember, and my aunts, 2 of them maybe, took us to the theater. My aunt's from Jersey.
The movie theater was 4 or 5 blocks from my house. It was also my bus stop. So my parents would just drop us off. Let me know when you're done. And then that's where they had the payphone that we would call from, make the collect call. If you want to listen to that is one of our earlier episodes. Collect call from like whatever. Just listen to it. Very entertaining. Back to the Future. 1986 had quite a few also. May 16th, another Tom Cruise, Top Gun.
Yeah, that solidified him in our culture forever.
Yeah, that's when we really couldn't get rid of him. July 27th was Ruthless People.
That had Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one.
Okay.
It seems like it was probably too adult for me. See, here also is the thing. Like, I know I love a summer blockbuster. When as I'm going through some of these, I'm like, oh yeah, I really did. There was a great comedian somewhere that was like, and it's exactly how I feel too. Like, a love story is nice and all, but you have that in your life, you know, and you have, marital issues and all that. But you know what I don't have? Gozar living in a painting in my attic. I don't have that. I don't have aliens. So
yeah,
like I don't want to have to think, especially in the summer. I just want to, because I'm sorry, and they didn't put it in here because it's in the 2000s, but fucking Transformers. Not many people I know, but I don't care. I love every single
fucking love the Transformers.
one of them.
And I don't even know why. I'm not a big fan of any of the actors that are in it. I don't know. I do like action movies, so that's part of it. But yeah, they're so good.
They are.
They're just so good.
I know.
I want my car to talk to me.
I think it's the second one where the Bumblebee is what's his face gets thrown out of a car or something, and Bumblebee comes and transform, like they go and they're gonna hit something and he untransforms and then he retransforms and fuck me. I love that.
Yes.
I love stupid ass special. I don't care. I love it.
Yep. Same.
I will.
Yep.
I don't care. Well, again, my car does not transform into a robot. I would like it to, but it doesn't, unfortunately. July 18th of 1986. Aliens. Second in the franchise. And August 15th, The Fly.
Yes.
Did you see that meme I shared?
Yes.
Fucking hilarious.
I love Jeff Goldblum.
It was, they should make a movie today about like a Jurassic Park where it's 100 million years from now and they find a mosquito and they clone it and boom, it's Jeff Goldblum. But they mix it up with other mosquito DNA. So boom, not only have a Jurassic Park sequel, but then you have the sequel to The Fly. I love that. They totally should do that.
Yeah.
1987, May 20th, Beverly Hills Cop 2, which I assume, like, because it's a lot of twos, like the second of a franchise.
Right.
So I'm assuming, like, what happened was is they made the first one, it became, like, huge.
Maybe it was like a Christmas release.
That's what I'm thinking, too, like a Thanksgiving. Because I know
Beverly Hills Cop is definitely the best of the Beverly Hills Cops.
So I'm thinking what happened was is like the first one of the franchise got crazy, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we'll just do it this summer."
That movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
19
Who put the banana in the tailpipe?
1988, June 3rd. 1988 was a big year for the summer blockbuster. Also, June 3rd, big,
Ding, 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 ding.
which is a very problematic movie now. I mean, technically, he was 13, right?
Right.
In a grown-up's body.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. June 15th, Bull Durham. Yeah. June 22nd, though.
Yes. I saw this one in the theater,
Me too. I think I saw this many times in the theater.
Yes.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, my God. I remember the first time I saw it, my favorite line was when the car came racing in, and he says, "Sister Mary Frances, what the hell happened here?"
I fucking love that. I'm going to have to watch that movie again because I love it. Please, Eddie. Man. But then the shoe, when he drops the shoe and dip, ugh.
Yes.
That's sad. That's my,
Yes.
that's the Disneyfication of me. I hate that shit. July 15th was Die Hard.
Oh, love Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie.
I know.
We've been through this.
Yeah. If you want to go back and listen to the not so Christmassy Christmas movies, was,
I'm glad you remember all this.
go back and listen to Holy Gremlins Batman if you want to hear about the not so Christmas movies.
If you're super sad, we're not going to go on and on about Die Hard right now.
Yeah.
Go listen to that episode.
Don't be sad. 1989, May 24th, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I have to say, that one's my favorite.
Yes, that one is excellent. But I also have to say, I don't really know that I could pick a favorite from the first. Like, they're all so good.
Yes.
And that's so rare in sequels.
That is true.
Although
the Crystal Skull wasn't so good.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the original
3
ones. Yeah. Crystal Skulls. I think the whole world agrees that
that
was not his best work.
No. I don't know what I think my favorite part about The Last Crusade is just him and Sean Connery and their back and forth with the dad.
They were a very well paired team there.
It was great. I love that one. 1990, July 13th. Ghost. Oh my.
I used to bawl my eyes out at that movie. And now I can't stand a rom-com or a love story, or I can't. They don't make me sad.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the same story. Yeah. Boy meets girl. They break up over something that wasn't really the way it looked.
Yep.
And then they end up back together.
Like I said, we all have that. What we don't have is cars that turn into robots.
And giant boulders rolling at us. Through
I don't have
caves.
to steal an idol off of anything. Although I do say snakes. Why has it got to be snakes? A lot. It's the weirdest thing. My last neighborhood on my route, I don't know what it is, but that neighborhood has more snakes in it than I have ever seen in my entire life. I saw one just the other day in the street. It's a neighborhood. It's the fucking weirdest thing. And I was talking to my friend, and I was like, this fucking neighborhood has more snakes. And he was like, when I did that route, I saw snakes in it. He was like, I had never seen snakes on any other route until that route. They're everywhere in that neighborhood. Every fucking where. Yeah. It's gross. It's horrible. I had to, and it was trying to cross the street, and it was taking so long, and I didn't want to hit it because even though I fucking hate them, I'm not trying to hit it. And I was like, bro, move. And I don't like the way they move. It's creepy. And it was like trying to get up on the curb. And it was like Oh, God. Get the fuck out of
Can
the
this
way.
be over now?
Shoot. I probably see a snake 3 or 4 times a summer in that fucking neighborhood.
That's
I
crazy.
know. Ugh. Gross. 1991, July 3rd, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like Terminator 1 better.
sure. I don't know that I've ever watched any of the Terminators.
I've definitely seen 1 and 2.
You'd think
Like
it would
a
be
number
my
of
kind of
times.
movie, but I think, I don't know. For whatever reason, I get like a wild hair up my ass that I'm just not going to see whatever. And then I'm like, I'm just not going to fucking see that.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Fuck them.
Yeah, it could be the best movie ever. And I'm like, I'm not watching it.
Like me with Forrest Gump.
Yes. 1992, May 15th was Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Another one where everyone was just as good as the one before.
Yeah.
That was a good series.
We're going to move on to 1993
Okay.
because there was 2, and one of them, hands down, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Absolutely.
June 11th, Jurassic Park.
Yep.
I mean,
I did see that in the theater too. I love that movie.
Come on.
Yeah.
The glass of water,
Yeah.
the T-Rex.
The kids hiding in the cabinets in the kitchen
That.
while the thing is stomping all
Oh
around.
my gosh, it's still scary. It still makes your heart race.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
It really is. August 6th of 1993 is The Fugitive.
Which we know you like because you like anything with Harrison Ford in
I
it.
do like anything and everything, and Tommy Lee Jones. So, can't go wrong with that one. 1994, June 10th, Speed.
Keanu and Sandra.
This 1994 was also full of summer blockbusters. June 24th, The Lion King, which I'm surprised Disney doesn't show up more. I think they like to do it at Christmas time, though.
Yeah.
I think theirs is like a Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the Lion King live.
Did you?
It was awesome.
Disney movies are so sad. What is up with that?
I know.
Why do they do
It's
that?
very sadistic.
It is. Up. I don't see it. Most Disney movies are like sad and then they get happy. I don't find a fucking minute of Up happy.
No.
It never gets happy.
No.
That Up is like me
Yeah.
in life. that is. It just never
You're
gets
like,
up.
nailed it.
Yeah. June 6th. No, that's July. July 6th of 1994 is Nicole's favorite movie, Forrest Gump.
Love it.
Yeah. I do. I do like love it. I do.
I'm sure it's a perfectly wonderful movie, and I love Tom Hanks, but no.
Yeah. I don't. Hey, I'm not going to deny you.
Yeah.
It is good, though. So discuss amongst yourselves, Forrest Gump. 1995. May 19th is a Die Hard with a Vengeance. Another sequel. And June 30th, I put this one in here, was Apollo 13.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love Apollo 13.
Yeah. Good one. I love the next one you're going to say, too.
That was 1996. Oh, yeah. 1996, July 3rd, Independence Day. And see, when I was going back through this, because like that is when I decided, was like the first time I really, I guess, thought about a summer blockbuster. To me, when I think summer blockbuster, it is always Independence Day.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep. That makes sense.
I love that movie. Will Smith, come on. I fucking love anything Will Smith does too. 1997, May 22nd, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. I like the book better than the movie.
Okay.
The book is much better. The end of Jurassic Park, the book, is pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. The book is, yeah. The end of, yeah.
Yeah.
The book. Spoiler alert. And then July 4th of 1997, Men in Black.
I'm glad you included that one.
Because I guess they decided that. I do remember, like, for a while there, when you thought summer blockbuster, it was Will Smith. I mean, Men in Black.
Yeah.
Though.
And we saw that one together.
Did we? I figured there had to have been some in here that we saw together.
I think it was me, you, and your sister, and one of your old friends. And I was pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. That summer.
I was living with you when I was 8 months pregnant.
In July, yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
1998. July 1st, Armageddon.
Uh-huh.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I have seen that. That's the what you call it song came out of that.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
July 15th was Something About Mary. Of course, that one I think stole the summer.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's okay.
I've never
funny.
been a Cameron Diaz fan.
She got popular there for a while.
She did. And then she
Charlie's
married
Angels and
then she married the dude from Good Charlotte.
yeah.
And they're still happily
Are they?
married with kids. And I think she dropped off then. She just I think she intentionally dropped off.
Right.
That's what
I
I'm
haven't, I
saying.
haven't heard from her in a while. I mean, I don't, not that I talk to her a lot, but I haven't really heard from her.
She doesn't text you in a minute?
No, it's been weird. It's funny. It is funny.
Yeah.
July 24th of 1998 was Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We watched that over the winter sometime.
It's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
It's
opening
long,
scene
though.
is so fucking stressful.
Yeah. Well,
I know. That's horrible for me to say.
on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day.
1999, May 19th, was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
It's crazy to me that those started that long ago.
The new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows how weird time is.
When I was doing this, I was like, wow, really? Because 1999, August 6th, The Sixth Sense.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That movie fooled me the first time I watched it.
I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I did not see it coming. Thankfully, social media was not really that big of a thing that could spoil it for everybody, because I did. I fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
And I feel about Bruce Willis like you do about Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like, I'll watch anything.
I will watch anything with
He is
Bruce Willis.
such a great actor.
Such a shame.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
But so beautiful at the same time to see how the whole family comes together,
Yes.
including his ex-wife and his wife. And
She moved back in. I think they're all living together.
yeah,
I think they all live together.
it's awesome.
It is awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
I love Demi Moore
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cool. I guess it's not the right word for it.
It's beautiful.
It is lovely that they can all.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was my list because I didn't want to go past 1999 because, of course, then it gets into the
Nobody
Marvel.
cares about the aughts.
No, and I probably haven't seen most of them because I think I probably started running out of disposable income.
Around that time.
Yeah, and I was probably working more than I needed to at that time. So
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah. So
Yeah. Fun times.
we didn't need to know anymore. Plus, we've already gone on for an hour, and I only got to 1999. So another 25 years of movies.
Well, that was a very, very fun episode. It makes me think about, when we're looking for something to watch, I need to remember these things too, because some of them I haven't seen in a long time.
Keep the script, and then you just be like, "Oh, today we're gonna watch."
You would think that would work.
Yeah. No, not so much.
I needed to buy a plane ticket because I'm going to Austin in July.
Ooh.
It's for work. But anyway, I hadn't been buying the ticket, and my husband kept reminding me to, but he would send me texts while I'm at work and I'm busy, and I just didn't think of it. And plus my corporate credit card was at home, so the office didn't work. So anyway, he was like, write yourself a note. I was like, it won't work. Put a note in your phone. It won't work. Like, I will put something in my phone with a reminder, and that thing will pop up every hour for a week. And I will just keep ignoring it because I keep thinking, no, I don't want to turn it off because then I will forget. And then eventually I just turn it off. Like, those things just don't work for me. So he made a Post-it and he stuck it on the door frame going from the main room we hang out into the kitchen. And a few days later, he was like, did you buy your plane ticket yet? And I looked over to see if the note was still there, and it was. I had not seen it again since he hung it there. And so eventually he put it on my office door. And he mentioned it to me yesterday before he left for work. So those things clicked. And yesterday I bought my ticket.
Yay.
Yay. Life is really hard for me.
I get it. Austin, huh?
Yeah, in July.
Seems hot.
It seems inferno-like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like there in Canada.
I've never wanted to go to Texas because Texas is stupid. I'm just kidding if you're from Texas. Although I don't think we've ever had a Texas listen to us.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay. But really it's because the Dallas Cowboys live there.
Yes.
And that's why I hate
They
the
do
whole
live
state of
there.
Texas. But I did always say if I would ever go, it would be to Austin
Yeah.
because of the music scene and all that good stuff. So
How long are you going?
I leave I fly there on a Sunday because the conference starts Monday, and I fly back Friday.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. We might need to use a pre-recorded episode that week.
Funny that you should mention that. Getting ready to record a second one now.
Yeah. After we have some cheeseburgers on the grill.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up though, because it's almost 1:00.
Okay.
Anyway. So thanks for listening, everybody. Now you need to know what we were doing here. You can like, share, rate, review. You can find us where you listen to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on all the socials at like whatever pod.
Mm-hmm.
You can send an email to us about what your favorite summer blockbuster is at like whateverpod@gmail.com, or don't like whatever.
Whatever.
Bye.
Bye.